Hello and welcome to the welfare ground for this Northern Premier League East match between Sherwood Colliery and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We're here at Sherwood's temporary home while their Debdale Park currently is renovated with a new 3D pitch. But we have a good game for you anyways. The Steels will look to continue their early season form. They've booked their place in the first qualifying round. They're away at Northwich, but for now it's back to league action and trying to pick up another crucial 3 points in what has been a very positive beginning. We'll get the teams out for you shortly. And we'll start with Sherwood Colliery's team. So it's Jordan Pierpont in goal. They know him from Frickley and Sheffield FC. Then it's Carter Widdowson, Oliver Lobley, Brad Gascoigne, Jazz Goundry, who's been a Grimsby Borough mainstay for the last few years, Ewan Robson, who's the captain tonight, Louis Pennington, Harry Berkhamshaw, Alexander Duamu, Jacob Pearce and Marley Grant. The bench is Jack Conroy, Aaron Corpal, Oliver Monington and Craig Mitchell, a 4-man bench for Sherwood. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's an unchanged lineup today with Harry Garman in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner who's the captain, Elliot Owen, Alex Phillipson, Danny Deacon, Alex O'Connor, Alex Hardwick, Jack Haslam and Tommy Marshall. The bench has a few new names. There's Paul Iggledon, who's on loan from Hull City, that was signed today, Olivier Rejlak, who signed from Guiseley today, João Silva, Luca DeFalco and Daniel Hernandez. I do apologise for anyone who knows Olivier Rejlak is listening. It's going to take me a few times to get that name right. So, just getting the captains doing their handshakes in the middle. So the Steels had a really good start to their life this season, already winning the FA Cup, and we are going to have a side swap with the Steels set to defend the road side here towards the, and Sherwood Colliery defending, well, I'll call it bush shelter end, I think is the kindest way. I think that's what that is over there. So, but Stocksbridge do have the kick-off. I say that, I'm completely wrong, they've just left it, so Sherwood actually have the kick-off. It's a good start for me today. I hope it gets better. Harry Garman's just still making the long run up, so we're still a few minutes away. I think he's got to get back to goal first. So Harry Garman in goal now, so Sherwood will get us underway shortly. And Sherwood get us underway. So Sherwood Colliery in the all-blue kit, kicking from left to right here today, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the claret and blue shirt, claret shorts, claret socks, kicking from right to left. Sherwood on the attack, putting a cross in early, but Garman makes the easy catch at his near post. So with the goalkeeper now, he'll be happy to get it into his hands early on, always helpful to a goalkeeper. As the young former Brighouse keeper will kick this out now, looking for O'Connor, goes over to him, Hardwick who flicks it over. Haslam will fight for it in between two Sherwood defenders who get it away, but to Hardwick who will just lose out on that one. And it's going to be the two number 9s fighting for it, and it's going to end up going Steele's way. A foul from Duhamel, and Curtis Turner will come over to take this free kick, an early set piece for the Steels, who have been strong from set pieces in the first few games of this season. And we're looking to see if they can have a good start here from them. Likes of Elliot Owen up there, who will be likely to be a target. Here comes the ball, whipped in, headed away to the side, and then chested back to goalkeeper. Appeal from the fans for a handball. It was a quite clear chest, but fans will appeal for anything. Well defended from Sherwood, as it's back with Pierpont, who then gets it out towards his left-hand side, and then back into defence with Robson, who will send it long, looking for Grant. It bounces over him, but Charlesworth's been penalised for pushing the back, and will be a free kick just in front of the the Sherwood bench. That is actually. And Sherwood will play it back into their defence and all the way back to Pierpont. Sherwood who will send the ball along. Tinker gets a head onto it. Deakin fights for it, but then Turner wins it back and back to Tinker, who sends it along. But Haslam will be well off it before it's just going to be covered and head back. Gascoigne just follows that one out of play, and we'll leave it for Widowson to take the throw in. Hello to Mark Hayes saying, come on Stills, before we can come live on air. Always happy to see you. And Matthew Grice saying, let's go Stills. Always, if you please do, if you are listening, comment on the YouTube chat. Helps the commentary, helps more people see it, and it's good overall as the ball's thrown in. Chested down well by Duamu, and so down to this left-hand side to Lobley, who's looking to get past Charles. Tried to send the ball down long, but he can only knock it out of play. He was looking for Marley Grant, who's got some speed on him and could be a threat during this game. Back for Charlesworth now, who'd be probably one of Stocksbridge's most consistent performer over the first few games of the season. Big launch forward throw, head back into midfield, but only for Tinker, who slices his ball forward. Headed back by Lobley into the midfield and headed on by Robson, and then returned down that right wing, and Marshall's got the beaten Lobley on the right wing, slows it down, Lobley covering. Back to Charlesworth, he sliced the ball in, but it almost falls perfectly to Connor. Falls back to him again. Back to Marshall, who takes a shot. He's curling in, bottom corner. Tommy Marshall scores against his former team. And Tommy Marshall has been such good firm in the early part of the season. He's put the Steels ahead early on here. It's a fantastic finish from the young winger. And he comes to haunt his former club. Steels lead 1-0 through Tommy Marshall. And there's a very cross Sherwood manager at the way they conceded that goal. My microphone is long enough away for that I don't have to make Ofcom apologies at least. So Sherwood will get us back underway here. With the Steels scoring with just 3 minutes on the clock. And Marshall's on the press now here as it knocked out play, and it will go out for a Sherwood throw. Thrown downwards here, and I think there was a little nick from Phillipson, and that will give the free kick away to Sherwood, who got off to the worst possible start they could have imagined. Probably looking to just to settle themselves down and slowly get themselves back into this one, but as Charles heads that away, and then Turner hacks it over the top, and it will be returned by Berkhamshaw, and it's a fight to keep in. Marshall's won the ball back. He's trying to escape from a few men, and with his pace he might well do so. Then a good foot in from Berkhamshaw. It will go out for a throw-in for Stocksbridge. Tommy Marshall causing even more problems at the moment. Ball running with Charlesworth for this throw-in. Thrown down here looking for Marshall. Marshall just getting away from his man, forced backwards. Back to Turner, who takes a touch, and he's got a few men round him and manages to get it through to Charlesworth. Then almost Turner, good tackle away, and now this could be a counter-attack. But the sign challenge doesn't stop him, and here comes Sherwood continuing forward. O'Connor tries to get a foot in back into midfield, but O'Connor connected with a man, and there will be a free kick. Despite the fact that Sherwood was still on the ball, it were Berkhamshaw on the ball. So a free kick just inside Sherwood's own half for the home team. I say home team, obviously we are at Rainworth today rather than Debdale, part of the usual home Sherwood Colliery. They're currently having renovations to place an artificial pitch on there, which is obviously is usually great for the business side of a football club, but obviously controversial in terms of the playing side, but always good just for the balance sheet, and I do look forward to making a visit to Debdale Park eventually. Stocksbridge have the ball back. It's back with Garman at the moment, and he will send the ball long. Haslam was looking for it, but good header away. Turner misses the ball, goes all the way to Duamu. Duamu, and now to Grant on the left-hand side. He's going to look to switch play. He's looking for Robson, but headed away by Tinker. Then Deakin will move it away, but then Sherwood will return, and they slice the ball for him. It's just going to go bouncing out to well, it's just kept in. Well, I say just kept in. The linesman I said otherwise it'll be a throw-in right in front of us with Jack Tinker. 6 minutes going in this game. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels. Looks like early goal from Tommy Marshall as the ball goes forward, but headway by Sherwood, back to Haslam. Haslam moves on to the left-hand side, finds O'Connor. O'Connor will right-footed look to switch play over, but it's a bit too far for Hardwick to chase, and he's going to just go out for a goal kick closer to that corner flag. Ewan Robson does not look happy in the centre of that pitch with his team shouting out orders, and we will try and keep you up to date with other score lines happening in the league and elsewhere across the nation if there's any local games or anything, and not many. We are on the Wednesday nights now, so. But Dunstan have taken a lead in their FA Cup replay against Wickham. Jack Walker has scored. As Pierpoint sends the ball long, headway to the right hand side, but it's just going to go out of play. Will be a Sherwood throw. Back to Pennington on the halfway line, takes the touch and will left footed send it forward, looking for Grant. Charlesworth gets his head to it and back it goes to Garman. And he will take his time before picking it up with Pearce closing in. You fear someday that one day that's going to end up backfiring on him. He seems to be able to do it right at the moment. Ball going forward from Garman, looking for Hardwick. Hardwick tries, just misses it, going to Haslam, who does head it on. O'Connor's trying to get on a bit, well covered by Carter Widdowson, who was making sure O'Connor just couldn't nip onto that one and make it 2-0 for the Steels. Back in the defence for Sherwood, and now back to the right side to Widdowson, and then back into the centre, and Stocksbridge are pressing, trying to force Dake here, and they're not too far off. Gascoigne manages just to pass it out and then out to Widdowson, and it's good work from Sherwood to escape that press, and the ball goes long, and Garman's way out to his goal to head it away, and Grant might be the first to it. He is. Turner gets somewhat of a touch. Garman's backpedaling. Duhameau's got it out to the left hand side now to Pearce, and there's a potential opportunity. Now out to the left wing to Lobley. Lobley having it covered, trying to knock it off Marshall, but it will go out for a Steels throw. I think Garman causing a few heart attacks with the way he rushed out there. 9 minutes gone, 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels after that early goal from Tommy Marshall. Mark Hayes going, yes Tommy, and then also K235677 saying give it Butterworth and big up the Steels. Unfortunately Ash Butterworth injured at the moment. Hopefully we'll see him back in action soon. Charlesworth launching the ball down and sliced up into the air by Lobley. Marshall trying to get onto it, but instead it will just go out for a Steels throw. Charlesworth heading up to take it. It's been a really strong first 10 minutes for the Steels, taking that lead and looking good for it. They take on a Sherwood side that I've got one win in this league already, beating Consett on the opening day, 1-0. Though lost 3-2 to Ferriby last Tuesday, who didn't play on Saturday due to going out to the FA Cup. Well, on the right hand side, Stocksbridge put the cross in and almost nipped onto by Hardwick, went to the edge of the area and Sherwood almost passed it out, but the foul, Stocksbridge had given the foul just as O'Connor thought he was about to jump onto that ball. Sherwood have a chance to clear it away now. So back now with Pierpoint. So we're looking for their way back into this game after a poor start from them. Here goes right-footed, sending it long. Looking for that right wing. Taken down well. Tinker pressing, back it goes to Widdowson, who sends it forward, blocked by Turner. Tinker knocks it on, should be gathered by the Sherwood defence, but they're going to just have to row-zed it with Haslam on the press. Not sure exactly, I think that may have just gone out right on the halfway line. What's that, 10, 12 yards into Sherwood's half? No, well, he says that. The referee has decided, nope, it's not, it's a bit further back. I've got to imagine Jack's probably going to take those extra few yards in a few seconds. Still taking his time, looking for an option, finds it with Hardwick, caught under his foot, and then Widdowson clear it, get it to Pierce, out into the middle to Robson, touches it well to get past O'Connor, and then Robson onto again, gets it to Grant on the left wing. He's got options ahead of him, Grant, but he's been forced backwards into midfield now with Birkinshaw. He goes forward, gets it back onto that left wing. Sherwood looking for their options, back in the middle to Birkinshaw, and onto the left back to Lobley, but then tackled by Marshall, and it out play for a Sherwood throw-in right in front of their bench. Back into defence now it goes. Forward and blocked by Hardwick, and Hardwick will get it back. Hardwick then gets tackled though Turner's onto it, but he gets tackled as well, and to Tinker, who just takes a short pass to Deakin. Deakin back to Owen. Sherwood on the press, and Owen gets clipped late as he went forward, nothing given, and Deakin manages just to get some possession, then lost and won by Pennington. It's a scrappy play from both teams, and then Sherwood knock it long before Owen clears it away to Pennington, who intercepts it. It goes back to Tinker, who gets his foot on it, sideways to Turner, and he will switch it over to Charles. The game's just picked up in pace a bit there, and now Charles will send it long looking for Marshall. Marshall gets it really well. Marshall looking for his cross, puts it in, and it's well defended in the near post before it gets to Hardwick, and it's Gowndry just taking it away, and onto the left hand side it goes, and then goes out for a Sherwood throw. In another game involving teams from our league, Heaton Stannington are winning 2-0 against Garforth. Goals from Conor Lamb and Daniel Stevenson. That is in the FA Cup rather than the league, though. They'll obviously reface each other later on in the year. It'll be 4 times those two sides face, that being the FA Cup replay for a 2-2 draw on Saturday. Charlesworth flings the ball down, looking for Marshall, comes off the back of his foot, but he does get it back. He's going to be put under pressure and he loses the ball. Sherwood launch it long. Owen's looking to have that covered, and he will just head up to the right and then volley it downfield. Kept in well by Pennington, and he'll take it forward. It's with Birkinshaw. He's going down that left-hand side, and with a good burst of pace, gets it to Grant, who's been forced backwards by Phillipson, who is on him constantly, and then a misplaced pass. And Stocksbridge have it back. Owen clears it downfield. Hardwick will chase with Gowndry covering. Hardwick might have the beater for pace, but Gowndry should have that covered. Hardwick being a problem, and in the end puts the tackle in and makes sure it goes out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick, and a chance for the Steels to pen Sherwood in that part of the pitch. So it's with Lobley now for the throw. On downfield, headed back by Turner, and then out to Hardwick. Tries to get it to Haslam, but well cleared by Sherwood. Back Tinker, awkward little header into the middle from him. Turner on the ball, trying to evade pressure, and has to give it back to Owen. He takes the touch and short to Tinker, then one touch pass, trying to find Haslam, but Haslam, I think, thought that was going to come a bit quicker, and Sherwood able to clear. Owen heads it back into the middle, and Duameo goes and gets clattered over by Turner. Will be a free kick on the edge of the centre circle in Stocksbridge's half. Sherwood take it quickly and short as with Birkinshaw. We'll give it back to Robson, and then back it goes to Gowndry. Making the move from Grimsby Borough this summer, and now left footed will chip it long and goes over the top of Phillipson, and Garman will shout for that very, very loudly and just allows that to go to his feet and then claims it in his hands with a player coming towards him. Rolls it out for Phillipson. Takes the time over on that right hand side, will now clip it long. Comes off the back of Deakin, and Deakin will chase it down, wins that first ball. He's got a few options, but he's been forced backwards, back to Turner. Turner back to Deakin now, he's on the left hand side of the pitch. He's got Tinker as a wide option, gives it to Haslam, back to Deakin. Now we'll chip it forward to Haslam. Haslam will get it caught under his feet for a second before giving it to Tinker. Then one touch finds Marshall here. Marshall will look to put it back into the middle, evades everyone, and Sherwood able to clear. It's great football from the Steels, but lacks that final finishing touch. Deakin on the ball now. Steels still putting pressure on the Sherwood defence. Owen forward to Turner and gives it to Haslam, looking to evade pressure. Back to Deacon, who gets it, looking to get it to Tinker. Tinker takes a touch on the left wing of the box, puts the cross in. It's high and not ridiculously far off going in, but it is a goal kick nonetheless. Jack Tinker still looking for his first Stocksbridge goal after 105 appearances for the club. And one day we'll stop taunting him about it. So back with Pierpont now. 17 minutes gone in this game, 1-0 to the Steels. That 4th minute effort from Tommy Marshall. 2nd of the season for him. Ball goes on and then headed on by Grant into the middle, but then just about keeps the ball actually really well, and then ball forward. It was looking for Duameu, but it's 2 beyond him, and we'll be back with Garmin. Rolled out to Owen now, takes touch left-footed, looking for Haslam, takes control, but then well won by Widdowson, but then well won by Turner right back, but the ball's lost in the middle, goes to Berkhamshaw, carries it over the halfway line. He hasn't got any options on, and he's just having to go himself. He has to just give it back to Widdowson. He's looking for his option. He's going to send it along for Duameu. He's going to try and give him a chance, and in the end, Owen has to just rose head that one into the field behind the main stand here. Also in the FA Cup, Mosley are leading 1-0 against Eccles Hill United. Mason Fawns the goal scorer. Steels in that first qualifying round already. They have beating Bradford Park Avenue at the weekend and will face Northwich. As Sherwood have it on this right-hand side through Widdowson now. He's going to put the cross in, look for the far post. Grant's unmarked, but he can't get his head over it. Takes touch and it'll end up going out for a Stocksbridge throw. He was completely unmarked, Marley Grant, at that far post. If the cross was right and the head was right, that would have been a potentially dangerous one. Thankfully for the Steels, neither was. Ball going long, look for Haslam, but headed away from him, looking for Hardwick now to fight for it. He's just going to marshal it out and be a Stocksbridge throw. Transfer in the middle to Alex O'Connor, and back to Charlesworth. Taking the touch, he's going to take shot to Hardwick, flicks it up into the air, and then sends it forward to Haslam. Forced back to O'Connor and back to Haslam. Sideways took back to Deacon. Deacon up his body, shoots, blocked by the sliding back of a should player. Now it's over to Marshall on the right wing. Marshall takes touch, going to lay off to Charlesworth. Back to Marshall, puts the cross in, and it's a poor one in the end and behind the goal. It's the same little routine they did at Bishop Auckland, which set up the equaliser in that game. But this time Marshall weren't able to apply the cross. And it remains 1-0 to the Steels with 20 minutes gone. Jack Haslam being the goal scorer for that equaliser in that very dramatic game away at Bishop Auckland a couple of weeks ago. Ball goes long and Turner can only head it into the air, goes to Grant and he puts it back into the midfield to Berkhamshaw and he loses it to Marshall, who races down, but then his pass is blocked well, and now there's a counter-attack potentially on. It's going to find its way forward. Sherwood on the push on this left wing with Jacob Pearce, sliding tackle from Phillipson, and he gets the ball. And to be honest with me, I did wonder if there were contact, but there were no shouts from anyone, and in the end the contact's on Phillipson and it's a Steels free kick. That was a very risky challenge from Phillipson. It looked like it was in the box as well and could have easily been a penalty kick if it was timed wrong. In the end, Phillipson timed it well and he gets the foul on him, and it's a free kick and Stocksbridge will be able to clear. So back with Garman now to take this free kick. With the Steels looking to see if they can try and double their lead as we get close to halfway through the first half. Garman sending it long, knocked down to O'Connor, tries to find Haslam but blocked and cleared, goes back to Phillips and heads it forward, then knocked on by Charlesworth into the middle again, and back O'Connor touches it once to Charlesworth, sent long looking for the runner. Marshall finds him well if he can judge the bounce well, and it's been well in from Goundry, and Goundry's done brilliantly to get him. Marshall tackles him and it will be a foul given by the linesman. Good work from the centre-back, who is very well experienced at this level, and showed it there. Did well just to cover Marshall off, who had the beating of him for pace, and then, you know, forced Marshall into the silly foul in that corner. Pierpont will clear it downfield. Looking for Grant, and just going to bounce over him before it goes out of play. Stocksbridge throwing. Garforth have got one back against Eton Stainton. Jay Davis, the goal scorer. Launched ball downfield. Hardwick will head it on, and there's a bang into the back of Haslam. There'll be a free kick on the edge of the box, and the Steels have a chance to deliver a very potentially dangerous ball in from this sort of area. It's going to be a yellow card as well. Trying to see which player else. I think that's a number 4, Brad Gascoigne, who has been booked for Sherwood. And Danny Deacon, who is the Steel's set-piece specialist, will be on the ball now from the corner, well, just on the corner of the box. This is one of those where you can get the curl right, you can potentially score yourself or put in a deadly cross. That's what we look for, especially with the likes of Alex Phillips and Elliot Owen, who have all been on the score sheet already this season, and Alex Hardwick, who's a big presence in the box. Deacon's still sending the ball, and the referee's just making sure everything's okay. And there we go. So here comes Deacon, chipping the ball, looking for that far post. Keeper claims it really well. That's good goalkeeping from Jordan Pierpont. Was quite a friendly ball to him in the end, but just dropping below his bar, and he did well, especially with a lot of claret and blue shirts racing towards him. Down will switch it over to Widowson. Volleys it first time, and Owen will head it right back, looking for Haslam, who does head it on, but will just be back for Gaz going to clear it downfield, and missed-time header from Pearce, and he gets the second header right, and Phillipson has to head that way, goes to Tinker, who will send it forward. It's a poor one, and Robson will intercept and give it all the way back to Goundry. Takes the touch, send it forward, and we're going to go now back all the way to Charlesworth. Charlesworth sends it forward and will be intercepted back with Sherwood now in the middle. Goes over to Grant on the left wing. He's forced backwards. Good tackle. Goes out of play, and the linesman eventually raises his flag to indicate a Sherwood throwing. So back, thrown downfield. Grant heads it on, looking for Pearce. He gets the first touch, trying to get beyond Phillipson, but Phillipson wins it back. Phillipson does manage to keep that pass in, and then sliced in the air by Charles, who doesn't help. Turner doesn't have a great touch on it, and back with Robson now, who coming forward then to Grant, who goes down the pressure. No free kick given for that, surprisingly. And now it's back with Garman in the Stocksbridge goal. Taking his time with it, and then we'll give it short to Owen. Then into the middle to Turner, who's deep to pick it up, turns around, and now over to Tinker on the left. Then to D. Touch pass into Turner, then back to Tinker. Cuts in the middle, and then over to Phillipson. Opens up the space a bit, that pass. For the Steels to come forward as Phillipson crosses the halfway line, and looking for Marshall with that pass, but a bit too ambitious, and intercepted back with Sherwood now, and O'Connor's harassing, and so pass back to Goundry, who will send it forward and head it on well, and by Pearce, and then it will have to just be rose-headed by Owen, who sends that ball into the field over the fence. Thrown's quickly taken by Sherwood, but Hardwick just won it back to Marshall now, who's got too many men around him, and he loses the ball, but then he wins it back, and he goes to Deacon, takes it down well. Forced backwards, and we'll give it back to Owen. Owen takes the touch, and then over to O'Connor. Takes it well. Charlesworth was screaming for it. He's not going to get it, and O'Connor's going to lose it to a tackle to Grant. Now back in the middle with Hill, and then Pennington with a great pass. He's going to find Grant on the left wing, who will look to get beyond Phillipson, but a good tackle from Phillipson. Gets it to Charlesworth. Charlesworth is kind of punted it back into more trouble, and Phillipson sliced that clearance away. That's a rare misstep from Charlesworth, and Sherwood continue this little spell of pressure that they've had. Not being able to create anything from it, but it's been more possession in the right areas of the pitch for the home team. As Pennington comes forward, then try to get to the left-hand side, but it's behind Lobley, and will be a throw-in to Stocksbridge. So back with Charles to take this throw in. And Steels will look to just get this away from their half at the moment after just to stop this spell of pressure. The ball goes long and out again, and this time it will be back with Sherwood with another throw in. Hardwick doesn't look particularly happy with it, but I don't think he's ever happy when a referee's decision goes against him, whether it's fair or not. As the ball goes long now from the home team, and Charles will head it away under pressure from Grant, and then O'Connor manages to knock it off a Sherwood man to get the throw. Steels looking to try and get another win in this game and get 2 wins in a row after beating Bradford Park Avenue at the weekend. But it's Sherwood on the ball now, and Phillipson good little shunt, and the free kick will be given for that shunt from Phillipson. Phillipson not particularly happy about that, and Brad Gascoigne's wondering why he's not been booked. I think it's a fair decision from the referee. I think our referee is completely correct. I haven't got the details of who the referee is today. As the ball goes over to the left wing, Charles heads it away, and then Turner heads it away further. Marshall trying to control, and eventually it's knocked out, but only out into the middle there to Robson. Gets it onto the left-hand side to Grant. Tries to put it back into the box, but it's back with Pierce now. He's looking for some space. Steels are trying to just crowd him out as give it all the way back to Robson. Beacon presses him further, going all the way back to Goundry, who's going to clip it over the top. And Charles volleys it in the air. Yeah, the linesman flag I think may have gone up, but we're going to continue, and the Steels will have to continue because Haslam's got a chance to counter-attack. Haslam goes forward. Pass goes beyond, looking for Hardwick. He's onside as Hardwick gets it onto the left wing. He's only got Haslam in the middle and a flood of Sherwood fans. There's Hardwick going himself. It's been blocked. It's still in the box, but then Sherwood get it away. Turner will get the first touch back to the right. O'Connor takes a shot. It's low and will be wide of the goal. And it's going to be a corner kick after a deflection. Linesman said it was a goal kick, which is why Jordan Pierpoint's not very happy, but the referee has made the decision it's a corner. And so the Steelers get their first corner of the game. So Turner will be the one taking this one from the left wing.
Yes.
Stocksbridge have had goals from corners, but they have usually come from Deakin's corners rather than Turner's so far. Here comes the corner, right foot looking for that near post, flashed on, and then the far post, it goes over. It's Alex Phillipson, the joint top scorer for the Steels as a centre-back. And he's hit it over from close range, that one, and he will be wondering why he hasn't scored his third of the season. Phillipson, who started actually as his youth as a striker, maybe why he has scored a couple of goals already and for the Steels this year, but that time he showed why he's probably gone back to centre-back. Ball goes long. Owen will head it away. Goes to Haslam, who headed back to Deakin. Left-footed over the top. Run of Haslam trying to cause a problem. And there's a Widowson threw an arm out at Haslam there and wasn't spotted by Thomas Viles. It goes back to Turner, who's thinking about the shot. He said he's going to go forward and get it out to Deakin on the left-hand side. Tinker's going to be an overlap option. Instead he's going to go to the middle to Turner. Open up for him. He's going to take a... Well, I think... Not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but it's a goal kick no matter what. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Back to Pierpoint now. He will take this goal kick with 31 minutes gone in the game. The Steels leading 1-0 and they're having a good spell at the moment. Well then line, Owen heads it over to Haslam and he's going to get the beat in his hand after that first tackle. Haslam continues down that left-hand side, tries to get through to Hardwick, but then well won by Widowson. Widowson will then clear it out for a throw-in, and it'll be Stocksbridge's throw. Did wonder if it took a touch off Haslam, but will be on that left-hand side, a throw for the Steels. And Stocksbridge go and double their lead before the break, like they did at Bradford at the weekend. Down to Haslam, tries to hold it down, puts it into the box, but it's not a great cross, and claimed by Pierpoint well at his near post. Sherwood will be wanting to equalise before the break. And 4 games so far, Sherwood, and their concern with being 1-0 down here is that they've only scored twice in 1 game so far this season. That was at North Ferriby last Tuesday, as well as to Haslam. Bradford to try to send it forward, but it's a poor pass intercepted by Robson, and he will get it out of trouble to Widowson, who sends it long. Owen will head that one back up into the air. Tinker only slices it behind. He keeps it in with a header, but I say keep it in. The linesman says not, and it will be a throw-in. Quickly taken back to Widowson. Carries on forward with it, and he will look to switch play. Haslam blocks it, but it's ended up working quite well for sure before Owen got his foot on that, and it's Pennington now under some trouble, and he gets it to Haslam, and Haslam's got 2 men round it. Knocks out, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw. I think the Steels may have got a bit lucky with that one, but we'll take it. Tinker launched the throw down looking for the run of O'Connor, but it's well read and cleared away. O'Connor will head it back to Phillipson. He's been forced to run back to his own goal, and the back pass is forcing Garman to run for it, but he is going to send that upfield with some pace. Goes towards Hardwick, and it's a clash between striker and defender as it goes out towards Lobley, who clears it away into middle. Turner gets the interception now with O'Connor. Straight forward to Charlesworth, who comes forward well. Charlesworth looking for his options, stops for a second as he has to give it back and then put into the box, but headed away and then cleared away. Well by Sherwood, and he can try to win it there, but it's going to be a good looking pass. It's a great pass to Duameyu. He has to judge back as the Steelers defenders get back. He's going to take the shot, well blocked by Owen, and then Turner, poor touch, is going to get it back to Pennington. He gets it over to Grant on the left wing, and then well in from Turner, who clears it away back to Lobley, who heads it forward, but only to Marshall, who gets the ball back for the Steels. Back to Charlesworth, who will send it forward, and there's a late incoming on Charlesworth, and Thomas Viles, our referee, is going to have his yellow card in hand again, and that's Lewis Pennington getting his booking. That was for the very late challenge on Tom Charlesworth. And someone who's not very happy about the decision is the Sherwood manager. Garman will head up to take this free kick with 10 minutes to go in this first half. And Thomas Viles seems to be getting a bit of stick from a few of the players at the moment. Garman will send it long, looking for Hardwick, heads it on, but will be easily cleared away. Turner gets a head onto that clearance, and then it's headed beyond Owen. It's great play, and now Duameyu is going down the right wing. Duameyu down the right, and Steels have got back. Duameyu looking to cut in, looking to get it on his left. Back to the side, to the number 10, and then out to left, takes a shot, and it would have been a hell of a goal if that had gone in. Harry Birkhamshaw with the curling, powerful effort. It's just over the bar. It's Sherwood's best play of the game so far, and wasn't too far off a goal. So it's back with Garman now, who will send that forward. Looking for Hardwick, but good header away by Gascoigne, won by Grant, and then but his pass has been intercepted by Charles, who gets it over to Marshall on the right hand side. He's trying to play in the middle towards Hardwick. He's behind him, and then Widowson has to clear with Haslam moving in. And Grant's fighting the ball with Marshall, the two wingers dueling out. Marshall's managed to get all the ball, but I think it's come off him last before it goes out, and it has. It's a throw in to Sherwood. Ball goes into the middle and then back into defence, and then not long looking for the right wing, but Tinker clears it out towards Haslam, who has control, and in through to Hardwick, and the appeals for a free kick not given. Hardwick's ball to the right is intercepted, and Haslam's trying to cause a problem in defence, and now Hardwick is too, but Sherwood are going to get away with that and get it to the right hand side to the forward, and chested down towards Turner, who misses it, and then Pennington misses it all, but it's just going to go back to Robson, then back with Pennington now. Now booked, 2 players booked for Sherwood at the moment, as he's back with Goundry. Forward to Pennington. Goundry, and he's just going to control it quite well under pressure and give it all the way back to goalkeeper. O'Connor continues to press. Pierpoint will just send that long and out of play. See, sometimes people think the press only works when it gets you the ball high up and you can make a quick chance of it. That's also a positive sign of it when you can force quite an easy surrendering of possession like that. And it gives quite a few of fans the thing of, why do they not just kick it long? It's back with Owen now, who is going to kick it long, looking for Marshall, and Marshall, good touch, moves it into the middle, but Grant's read it well and cleared it away. Down forward and head back by Phillipson, and it's going to be a bit of head testing this in the middle, but it goes right to Charlesworth, back in the middle to Turner, trying to get to Hardwick, who gives it back to Marshall, gets it caught under his feet a bit, finds Charlesworth on the overlap. Charlesworth putting the cross in. Haslam's going to try and move onto it, head away to the edge of the area, and there's no Steels player there in the edge of the area. It's cleared out. Phillipson fighting for it. He's going to get the header and send it forward. Haslam will head it beyond, but he's offside, and it will be a free kick to Sherwood. We're trying to keep you up to date with the reserves as well, who are away in a League Cup match today. They're against Hemsworth. Big game for them. It's the 3rd round after their 8-0 win last Wednesday. Ball goes forward, head away by Turner, and then head up into the air. And going to be back with Sherwood now, and they're going to knock it long, but Owen gets the interception to short to Turner. He's going to send it long, looking for Haslam, but intercepted again. In the middle now to the left to Lobley, who will look to find Grant, does do so. Grant looking out, trying to see if he can take on Charles. Marshall back to help, forced backwards, Grant, and back into the middle to Robson. And then all the way back to Goundry. This is what Steels like to do, press teams out and make them take the long, ambitious passes like that, and head away by Charlesworth and into the middle, but then lost ball in midfield again, the Steels, and back it will go in 2 defences. A poor touch, and Hardwick then just shoves that player into the bench, and I'm a bit surprised that we didn't see a free kick for that, and the ball goes long and it's knocked down. There will be to be a stoppage because that play, non-identified the shove. I think it's Lobley. He got an absolute shove right into that bench by Hardwick, and nothing was given. They're in terms of the Steels reserves, it's a 0-0 between them and Hemsworth at the moment. Looks like the player is back up. Hello Lee, owner of Graphics, listening from Kefalonia. My son Ozzy would love a shout out. Hello Ozzy, thank you for listening to the commentary, and thank you for sponsoring the club this season. Kefalonia, it's not bad weather here at Rainworth today, but I think Kefalonia weather would be even better, to be honest. They're maybe not the most suitable for football. This is probably perfect football weather, actually. Just not too warm, not too cold. That just fine, as that just goes out of play for a Steels throw-in. 41 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steels. Tommy Marshall scoring after 4 minutes. Another early goal for Stocksbridge after Alex Hardwick put them 1-0 up so early on away at Bradford on Saturday. Ball launched forward, headed behind by Grant, and we chased on. Haslam got a touch onto it. Into the middle goes Hardwick, shoves his defender off, and that time the free kick will be given. I'll be honest, I think what that was it handball? So handball, I will say. Sorry, not shove. I was about to say if it was a shove, I thought, is that the evening up for that one? Other one that probably should have been given. But handball is the one that's been given by the ref. Ball goes long, we're on Pierpoint. And I'm looking for Grant, he's going to head it into the box. Owen, good header away towards edge area. Going to be returned out to that left-hand side now with Birkinshaw. Looking for the cross, right-footed cross in. It's a good-looking one, and Phillipson maybe could have left it for Garman, but he's not going to gamble, and it will be a corner kick for Sherwood. So the Steels have to be strong in the set piece, and because Stocksbridge have been much the better side in this first half, but it was very much a story last season that we would be the better team, but then concede from daft situations like this. And at the end of the day, you can play as nice football as you like and do as well as you like, but if you don't, the aim of the game is to score goals and not concede them. Comes right-footed ball, looking to get it in. Flicked on, it's into the area, it's not out yet, and Fokker gets to the edge of the area to Pierce. Pierce takes shot, drilled, still in the area. Grant's trying to get hold of it, cleared out towards the edge. Another shot comes in, straight at Garman. Steels did not do a good job at all at getting rid of that one. They just could only get it to the edge of the area and gave Sherwood multiple opportunities to get the goal, but in the end they sent it right at Garman, and the Steels get a bit of a let-off from that one. With Garman sending it long, Hardwick looking for it, but headed away to Phillipson, who will send it right back, but that one's just going to bounce fairly comfortably for the goalkeeper. Thrown out towards his left-hand side, looking for Grant now, but he comes under pressure from Charlesworth, and he's going to get away from that pressure from Charlesworth very well. Back into defence it goes, and then switch out to left-hand side. A bit of one for Widdowson to get, but he does well to get it, and now he will carry it forward. Right-footed, sending it long. Looking for that right wing, looking for Jacob Pierce, but Owen has to just send out for a throw. Sherwood are having a good little spell here at the end of the first half. I think the Steels might be quite happy if they can just get into the dressing rooms if Sherwood continue to press like this. Thrown into the middle to Pennington, and then lost possession. Deacon gets it forward to Hardwick. Back to Turner. Turner tries to get forward. Took a deflection, and it will be actually a free kick for a clip on Turner. And Ewan Robson's really not happy about that. So a free kick for the Steels as we hit the 45th minute mark and just look to see if we will see any added time given. And I can see there is a ball, so looks like we might just be getting just the one. Seems alright, we have not really had any stoppages other than the goal. Well, the board did come up, but it had nothing on it. And now it does. It's 1 minute of added time. Owen looking to switch it over to that right-hand side, but good header away goes to Grant. But only back to Birkinshaw, who tries to find Pierce, but Phillipson clears it. We're out long, and he's going to just go out for a throw-in deep into Sherwood's own half. Thrown downfield, then headed back away and coming off Marshall there, but it's still in play, and 15's fight for it, but then late coming in from a Steels player on a Sherwood man is going to be the free kick to the home team. Pierpoint will come forward with it, and Sherwood will look to launch their final attack of this first half. Sent long. Steels just need to make sure they're not be silly and defend this as Owen. Good header away. Hardwick flicks it on, goes to Haslam. One touch pass gets it to Marshall. Marshall got some space on the right hand side, got Gundry to turn with. Got some options down. Gundry, good standing tackle from the centre back. And it's out for a throw in. And that will be half time. That will end the game. So the Steels took an early lead. A good hard work from Alex O'Connor, winning the ball high up and then get it back to Marshall. Curled it into the bottom corner. That gave the Steels a lead very early on. To be honest, it hasn't been the most thrilling game since that. But the Stocksbridge are ahead 1-0 against Sherwood Colliery. We will see you in 15 minutes.
Time here at
You know what record crowd for this round is?
300.
5,000. 1982 FA Vars second leg semi-final. Well, Reddith got to the final that year, 1982. Who did they play? Forest Green Rovers.
Hello and welcome back here to Welfare Ground here at Rainworth, the temporary home of Sherwood Colliery. We have the match between Sherwood and Stocksbridge Park Hills. The second half has just begun. We'll run through the teams for you shortly. There has been no changes at the break that we have noticed, and doesn't look like there has been, so we'll start with Sherwood's team. It's Jordan Pierpont in goal, and it's Carter Widdowson, Oliver Lobley, Brad Gascoigne, Jazz Goundry, Ewan Robson, Lewis Pennington, Harry Berkhamshaw, Alexander Duameu, Jacob Pearce and Marley Grant. It's a four-man bench for Sherwood today. Jack Conroy, Aaron Corpal, Oliver Monington and Craig Mitchell. For the Steels, again, no changes. It's Harry Garman in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Alex Phillipson, and Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Alex Hardwick, Jack Haslam and Tommy Marshall. The bench is Paul Eagleton, Olivier Rejlak, Yao Silva, Luca De Falco and Daniel Hernandez. Steele have a throw in a good position at the moment after one of the Sherwood players had a bit of a falling over. Charlesworth with this ball now, throws it down to Hardwick, back to Charlesworth, tries to get it to Marshall on the right, but it's been well blocked and it's been kept in, and Sherwood will go on the counter-attack here. Tried to get it forward towards Pearce, it's stayed in. Garman is rushing out for it and will allow it just to go out to play in the end. It will be a goal kick. Not sure why Garman went all the way out there. That was just a way to give me a heart attack. We'll of course try and keep you up to date with other score lines across the FA Cup tonight. Some replays. Mosley have doubled their lead right at the end of the first half. Well, the 7th minute of added time in the first half. Kakper Mialkowski has doubled Mosley's lead against Eccleshill. He's back with Garman for the goal kick. Right footed, will send it long. Give a Hardwick, good header away. Owen will head it right back into the middle, put it up into the air, and Turner will head it out towards Marshall on the right. He's trying to get some control over it, loses out, but O'Connor wins it back for him. He's going to lose out though, and now it's out to the right wing. Sherwood on the attack here, looking to get their equaliser early in this half and see if they can turn this game completely around. That was right around there, not long, and it's a bit hopeless that one, and it's going to be out for a goal kick. Durham District are facing Mulby Main in the League Cup tonight. That's Northern Counties League Cup. Durham District leading 4-0 in that game. As Garman will send the ball along. Hardwick heads it on and big header away into the middle to Turner, who wins the ball, but he can only dribble it out of play. Stockbridge just not making possession stick. There seems to be an issue with Stockbridge sometimes. They seem to be slow off the box in the second half. And the ball is forward to Marley Grant, back into the middle. Over to Robson. It's a good switch. That sails over the head of Tinker, goes onto the right wing now, and Tinker will have to be on his defensive heels. Ball goes in, clipped, and at the far post, Charles has to head him in there, and Grant still fighting, heads towards goal, and Garman claims the near post. It was Charlesworth's defending that prevented the goal. And again, Steele's just starting slowly at the beginning of the second half, which seems to be a bit of a problem at the moment. Rolled out to Phillipson, sent long, but going to be big header away towards Turner, who heads it back into the middle, and be won by Robson, and back it goes to Goundry, but he's been blocked by O'Connor. Didn't quite realise he had blocked it though, and Lobley able to get it away, gets it all the way through to Grant. Back into Robson, who looks to get it over to that right wing again. It's another great ball, and Tinker's having to defend, and he's using his body to do so, and then Welling from Deakin. Owen tries to touch away, but then trying to get back on, but Tinker intercepts, and Tinker will clear back to O'Connor. Taking the touch, trying to roll the ball and gets it beyond to Hardwick, trying to hold the ball up on that left wing. Vade to tackle well, back it goes onto the left hand side, into the middle to Turner, and he's going to go back onto that left hand side. And the ball goes forward and head away from Hardwick, trying to hold it up. Hardwick battling for the ball still, comes off worse in that 50-50, but not given either way. And then big sliding challenge clearance. Owen tries to get it back to O'Connor. Got some space in the middle of the park, and he will carry the ball forward. He's got some runners. We'll go find Marshall on the right wing. Marshall back to Charlesworth. Taking the touch in, will look to get the run beyond for O'Connor. Feels like it went out, and it's not, and that's caught showing a bit stationary for about as O'Connor's caught on that fine side, and I'm going to guess by, I can't really see because of the way the stand's built up, but I'm going to guess by the swearing of the Stocksbridge players that has been given as Sherwood's ball, and it has. It's a goal kick to the home team. 50 minutes gone, it's 1-0 to the Steels. Garforth Town were 2-0 down against Heaton Stannington away in that FA Cup replay. It's now 2-2. Max Tweddle has equalised from the spot. Two teams that went up through the playoffs last year. We're at one of the other promoted teams here today. Sherwood won the United Counties Midlands League. Ball goes forward. Tinker, good chest down to Turner. He's going to be harassed there, but and then gets it away over to the left hand side to Deakin. Now back to Tinker, who will look to send it long, but it's been blocked and clipped over and will hit the top of that stand. And that's another one that's gone over into that woods behind the opposite stand to us. Ball launched forward, and that throw is poor, and it will just be out for a throw-in. So it's back now with the full-back, with Carter Widdowson, who big launch forward. Owen clears it away, gets it to Turner, then back to Tink, who sends it long, but well won in the middle, and then well won by Sherwood, who get it out to the left-hand side. Poor pass is intercepted by Charlesworth, and he will take it forward. Charlesworth carry it forward. Look for Marshall on the right side. It's a great pass to Marshall. But it's a fantastic sliding tackle from Goundry as well. Charlesworth will have this throw now. Good play, but Jazz Goundry, he's a fantastic centre-back, Jazz. I've seen him play a few times, and he's shown that today so far in this game. Thrown to Marshall. Force back here. In touch, going to put the cross in. Headed away. Heaton Sherwood will battle for it. Tinker slipped, but the header beyond goes to Owen, who just clears that away. Headed back into the attack, and it's Birkhamshire on it, who flicks it forward. It's going to be chased by Duameo. Owen will have it covered, and he's going to just try and avoid Duameo nicking it off him. Both players go down. Duameo is going to be penalised for dragging down Owen. It will be a free kick to the Steels. I do like it when people have rows in the comments of our YouTube chat, because yeah, it just helps the stream, because all the comments just boost it for the people who are 500 plus of our subscribers. So thank you very much for helping us out there, even if you are just trying to criticise us. You're actually helping us. Thank the YouTube algorithm. Garman, poor kick from him, just sends it out of play, will be a Sherwood throw-in. And middle, Sherwood will send it forward, long one for them to fight for if it falls amongst, but it falls a bit short, and Phillipson will head that one away, but it's just going to go out late and bounce on substand, and another one that's gone behind that stand. Some poor volunteer's got to go find all those footballs at some point. Well, that or some dog's going to have a hell of a day in a walk tomorrow. Ball launched forward, headed on, but then intercepted and cleared away, but only back to Sherwood, and Stocksbridge haven't really got into this half just yet. Here comes a long distance shot, and it's not far off that. It looked a bit of a hopeful shot to begin with, but Garman was caught back pedalling and weren't too far off. 54 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steels. Back with Garman, who will right-footed send it long and falls a bit short. Grant wins the header, but only back to Charlesworth, takes the touch, and he's trying to get beyond his man. He's going to lose possession here. Charlesworth on the left-hand side gets it beyond now to Grant, he's trying to take play, puts the shot in. It's a great goal. You can't. Charlesworth, it's a rare moment mistake from him. He's lost the ball, and Marley Grant has made him pay for it. It's 1-1 as he curls it beyond Carmen into the far post. 1-1 here. Steals a level and have to fight back if they want to win this game. Disappointing night. They say Charlesworth, who is ultra reliable, it's a rare mistake from him losing the ball in that sort of position. But the Stocksbridge have done well fighting back in positions like this, and they'll have to do it again. They did it against Prestwich on the opening day. You see, it's just a weakness the Seals seem to have, is these slow starts in the second half. And again, they've been punished for that one. Here comes a whip one to the near post, cleared before it can get to Hardwick. Turner fighting for it, but gets it to Hardwick. Back to Charlesworth, takes the touch, over to Haslam, trying to get beyond his man, but he's going to lose out on that one. But he wins it back, goes to Deakin, back to Haslam on the right wing, trying to get beyond it, puts the cross in, look for the near post, claimed well by the keeper. 1-1 here after that equaliser from Marley Grant. Garforth Town, they fought back from 2-0 to 2-2, but they're down to 10 men. Joe Smith has been sent off as the ball goes long here. Phillipson heads it away. Charles has to come back and get it, but it's seen headed back by Pearce to Marley Grant. Into the middle to Hideo Mayo, back to Grant. Oh, full of confidence now. It's a good little ball in, but headed away by Owen. And that goes now to the left wing, now to Haslam. He's got space to run. Tackle goes in beyond him. It's a great little run by Haslam. There. Into the middle to Turner, and that's just letting tuck it backwards. Back now to Deacon, who gets it forward to Turner, and then out it goes for a Steele's throw-in. Shoulder throw with Tinker now. Good. Hardwick gets in, he's been forced all the way back here, and exactly where you don't want your striker to be. Goes to Turner, who's got pressure on him. He's been forced out to the left, and then his pass has been blocked, and it could be a counter-attack here. Turner doing well to slow him down, and it eventually goes out. It will be a should throw, but such a good one from Curtis Turner to make sure that Sherwood didn't get to go on the counter. Throwing here on the right-hand side with Widowson. In the middle to Birkinshaw, back to Widowson, who sends it long, but Charlesworth reads it. Will send it long, looking for Marshall. Marshall trying to get the better of his man here, and looks like he will do so. Marshall into the box on the right-hand side, tries to put crossing, blocked, and then cleared away. Charles looking for Critter, gets it forward now, but then beyond him it goes now to the goal scorer Marley Grant, who holds the ball up and will slow it down as he gives it back to Pennington, evades a tackle from Marshall. Now back to Grant, and then 1-2 looking over the top, headed on, and there's a good little header on, and it's going to be Pennington fighting for it, but Owen's going to cover that, and it allows it to go out for a goal kick. 58 minutes gone, 1-1 here at the Welfare Ground. So back to Garmin, because Ruth Crocker and come on steals, and Anthony Sanders saying the same thing. Ball going long, headed away and headed up into the air, and then flicked on out all the way for Owen to clear back. O'Connor fighting for it. Hardwick will chase it down and out to Turner. Turner takes a touch and he's going to stay out to Marshall on the right wing. Takes his touch backwards, then back to Turner. Marshall's going wide to be an option, and that's the option that's going to be taken out to the right to Marshall. 1-2 gives it to O'Connor on the right wing, who's got space. O'Connor puts the cross in, clear at the near post. Marshall gets onto it, takes the volley towards the far post. Haslam can't, right high enough, goes to Turner. Turner is trying to move into the box, his shot's blocked, and that should be it away for Sherwood, but it will be a Stocksbridge throw in front of the Sherwood bench. Stocksbridge, conceding the goal seems to have sparked Stocksbridge into some sort of life at the moment. Back to Turner, then all the way back to Owen. Takes it forward, beyond Pearce, not long, but cleared away. Back to O'Connor, who just can't judge that bouncing ball. He'll have to head it back to Phillipson. Phillipson heads out right, and he will, I think, unlucky for Marshall, but headed away by Lobley out to Grant, then back to Lobley, who's going to lob it and send it well over. It comes off the back of Phillipson. Pearce is going to go forward. Phillipson was looking for the free kick, and now Pearce is moving in on the box. Pearce is cutting open. He takes a shot. Well saved, Garman, and then catches as it bounces down. It was still alive, and Sherwood are the better team in this second half. Seals being punished for not extending their lead in the first half, and now it's 1-1. It's Garman slices it out, but he gives it right back to Sherwood, and now it's right back with Pearce in the centre. Pearce goes in, great challenge by Owen. Appeals for a penalty. I don't think that was ever one. There's not. The coaches are appealing for it. None of the fans are, which is one thing I always have to have a look at. That one was just customary, that. Free kick now to Stocksbridge on the halfway line. Deacon's going to leave that for Elliot Owen. Deacon's set pieces will be relied upon later on, and you might expect to see João Silva coming on. As that was a really poor touch from Jan Tinker, almost ended up knocking out for a Sherwood throw, but he's got it now in space. Goes forward, but he loses the ball. Turner will come to sweep up, and actually Tinker's given a foul away as he came down, and will be Sherwood's ball. It's a daft way to give up possession for the Steels, and they do need to improve here. Ball goes forward, Grant tries to win the header, but Charles gets it away to O'Connor. Takes touch, avoids the pressure of Pennington, and Turner gets it forward to Hardwick, forwards, backwards, now to O'Connor. Takes a touch, O'Connor, and then back to Garman. He takes the touch and he will leave it to Owen now, and now back to Turner, then back to Phillipson, taking his time with it, carrying it forward. Looking for that runner, Deacon. Head away into the middle. Hardwick looking to pounce, but he just can't get him. He's going to tackle and cause a problem. Turner going for it. It's a well-won sliding tackle, that, by Sherwood, as Charles gets the ball now, but over to the right to Marshall. Marshall looking for the overlap of Deacon. Deacon takes it out wide. Back to Marshall. Puts the cross in. Good sliding challenge again from Grant. Sherwood getting stuck in and full of energy since getting their equaliser. Right now for Charlesworth. Throwing back now to go back to Charlesworth. He's looking for his cross, puts it in block, and it's out for the corner kick, which is what Stockton will be happy about, because it's Danny Deacon heading over to take it, and he is the corner specialist, and he's seen 2 goals from corners this season. Steels did almost double the lead from corner. Alex Phillipson hitting over from close range. Here we come, Deacon, very high, off the ball towards that far post. Good header away. Sherwood plays down. It will be a free kick because of it. So a poorer corner than usual from Deacon, and I think that might be a clash of the head as well for the Sherwood player, which would be a really big concern. Surprised I haven't seen a physio come on yet, but looks like they will be getting up, which is good to see. So back now with Pierpoint, who will send that up. Owen intercepts in the middle with his header, but it's just going to go out for a throw-in, and another one that's gone over and out of the stadium. Going to be just some little like valley over there that holds all these footballs. Connors goes away into the middle to Turner. Gets it to Marshall. Marshall got some space in front of him. Going to move into the middle, Marshall, and then he's going forced backwards now. Then he turns again to head towards goal. Now he's going to find Tinker on the overlap. Puts the cross in. It's going to be behind a lot of players. Hardwick Hasselman's trying to get a hold of it, but it's going to be cleared away. Sherwood and Phillipson, good tackle in. Turner on the ball. Turner going to look fine. Marshall on the right wing. Marshall going on the outside, putting the cross in. It's above everyone. Haslam can't get to it. He's not far away. going to be throwing, it appears, close to that corner flag. So it's going to be Widowson to take the free throw-in. Launches that throw downfield, headed on, and O'Connor sends it back, headed back away, and it will bounce out. Will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. 66 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-1. 24 minutes for either team to get a winner. Ball goes forward now, and Connorwell trying to evade the tackle as it goes down that left-hand side into the middle. Siddiqui one-touch passing and just misses Hardwick there, and then he blocks clearance out for a goal kick. So back now with Pierpoint as Stocksbridge are putting the pressure on as they look to try and retake the lead. Durham District now 5-0 up on Maltby Main in the Northern Counties League Cup. Here comes a big ball forward from Pierpoint. Owen heads it away though, and now it's Turner going to fight for that second ball. He's trying to get his foot onto it, but loses out, and it will, and wins it back, and Will O'Connor gets out to Deacon, who switches it over to Charlesworth. Takes a touch, moves inwards. And he continues to move inwards and gives it back to Owen. A bit of an awkward pass, and Owen's trying to switch it out to right hand side, goes a bit slowly, but Marshall gets it down well. Marshall will go forward, comes off the back of Deacon's ankle. Marshall fighting to keep it in. I think just about did, but he's helped Grant more than himself, and Grant will go forward. Gets it away from Marshall. Grant goes down, no foul given. Then back it goes to number 8, who smashes it forward, and that must have been a stinger for Tommy Marshall. Got the block, but Marshall's on the run, and it's going to be stopped when the Steels were on an attack. Well, Grant's going to get a booking. I'm not entirely sure what for, you know, honestly, but he's gets the yellow card. So it will be a yellow card, the third yellow for Sherwood today. The man who got on the score sheet is now in the notebook as well. Charlesworth. The only thing I can think of is, was he thinking it was deliberately aimed at the face? That's a big charge to put at someone. So he headed away. That big kick is headed away, and it goes now to Marshall on the right wing. Trying to evade Grant, goes to O'Connor, flicks it over the top. Deacon's racing on it, bounces well for him. Deacon puts in the middle, flashes onto the 6-yard area, just wide, and it's Hardwick with a flick. He scored 2 goals in 2 games, and really should have made it 3-3 at that one. Steele's just not able to get it into the back of the net. So I don't know, that one didn't end up back in. I think it just came behind Hardwick, and he actually did well just to get a touch onto it. But back with Pierpoint, sending it long. Good header away by Phillipson, and it's just going to bounce out for a throw. But O'Connor's going to try and put some pressure on it, and he does do so. Grant's kept it in because of that. Out to Robson. Going to clip it forward, and then Pierce goes down under challenge, and Steele's winning it back, and it's going to be back now with Garman, who will take time with it and pick it up. Throws it out to Phillipson, who takes it forward. Carrying it forward well. Little pass to Marshall, who tries to go past, goes down, and the challenge of Robson. It will be a free kick. Seeing what kind of free kick we'll see this from the Steelers. See if they are going to put it in. Charlesworth on the ball. It's going to let it turn. It's short and quick from Charlesworth. Charlesworth sends it over the top for Marshall. Gets the chest on it. He's under pressure from Grant. Manages to keep it in. As they were wrestling. O'Connor's left it to bounce over him. Takes a shot. Look at the near post. Just doesn't get enough power on it. And Pierpoint able to get down to it well. 70 minutes gone now. 1-1 here. He goes now. Pierpoint lets it, drops it to his feet, and will send that long. Owen gets a touch onto it, and he'll only kick out for a Sherwood throw. Throws it back and into midfield with Robson. Back out to the right to Widdowson. Drills it forward and into the middle, and back it goes to Robson. The captain who's switching play, looking for the ever dangerous Marley Grant. Holds it down well at the corner flag. Charles watching. Grant's had the better of him for that goal. Can he get another better? But Marshall comes in and clears out. Will be a corner kick. Steele didn't defend. They didn't defend that last corner in the first half very well at all, and could have easily been an equaliser from that one. So waiting for this corner now, as we have got, there's a man on the ball now, and there's 2 footballs in that corner. So here comes the corner kick. Plenty of Sherwood men coming up for it and looking for that far post. Heads it back in the 6-yard area. Grant comes through to get to it, and then eventually the Steelers are able to clear away. And Stocksbridge tried to get a counter-attack going, but Deacon can't get onto the second ball, but it is knocked out for a Stocksbridge throw. But I think I want to take it quickly, but it will be a substitute. It looks like it's going to be Lewis Pennington heading off, and he'll be replaced by Aaron Corpel, Sherwood's leading goal scorer so far this season. That is with 2 goals. We are in that part of the season where 2 goals do it, but that's Sherwood putting on a fret to try and see if they can go and win this game. And it looks like the Stocksbridge will be making a substitution as well. At the same time, João Silva is about to come on. He's coming on, and it looks like it's Jack Haslam that's come off. So João Silva on for Jack Haslam. João Silva scoring his first goal for the Steels at the weekend in that 91st minute effort against Bradford Park Avenue. The finish that was described by him, Richards, as Thierry Henry-esque. And then thought, oh wait, he's probably not heard of Thierry Henry because he's so young. Corpel's first action is to be penalised for a handball. Something I've enjoyed about watching Silva play, and seems to come on loan to us from Farsley Celtic, is the way he puts full-backs under pressure when they're on the ball, and the way he's able to just actually nick it off, and he's created a few opportunities through that. And that, when you manage to make a defender feel panicky about being on the ball, they're going to lose it more often, and he does that. As Owen sends it long, but it's going to be headed away to Turner, who heads it right back, and then it's going to be volleyed forward, looking for Corpel, who heads it beyond Owen, and Corpel's looking to be the first on it, but Phillipson can only put it up into the air. Corpel fighting with him, both having a good fight. Corpel's come off better so far. Corpel now towards the corner flag, trying to get beyond Phillipson, and Phillipson gets it, knocks it off Corpel, and it's a throw-in for Stocksbridge. It's a good battle between the two, this time won out by Phillipson. Dunstan are looking like they'll be in the next round of the FA Cup. Sado Jallo has just doubled their lead against Wickham. They are 2-0 up now. Ball goes forward and cleared away before it gets to Silva, but goes to Turner, who turns away from trouble. Now to Deacon, who's going to send it over the top, looking for Silva, who heads it beyond the man. He's trying to get the second touch and trying to get into the box, but then intercepted and knocked away. And Sherwood will look to build. Gets it into the middle here, and Turner trying to tackle, but it gets it forward, and it's Phillipson gets it, and he will now be penalised for handball. Free kick to Sherwood. So, being set piece for the Steels today. The Steels again. This is one of those set pieces that can be very awkward to defend, especially if you can get a good ball into the box. And we're getting to that time at a time when, well, obviously goals are always very important, but when they are especially important. Ecclesfield have got one back against Mosley. Matthias Britton has scored. Standing on the ball is Carter Widdowson to take this free kick. Got plenty of options in that middle to aim for. Going to hit it right-footed from the right wing. As Hardwick and Duamayo having a good old push and shove. And Duamayo just gives a shove to the chest of Hardwick, and referee Thomas Vowles will have to step in just to have a chat between the two to calm them down. And that's all it will be for now. And here comes the cross in. Look at that far post. Owen, good header away. Charles will then slice away, and it goes to Marshall, and he's got space. He just needs to get it out of his feet, and he does now. Marshall, he's going to try. He was trying to find Silver. It was a poor pass in the end, and now Grant's going to try to hook it away. Marshall fighting for the ball, bounces it. He's kept in. Charles then blocks that pass forward. It goes out for a Sherwood throw. Thrown into the middle to Pierce, but Turner wins the ball well for it. But I say that it's going to be a free kick to Sherwood. So it's a free kick to the home side now. Widdowson will be on the ball again, a bit further out than the last one. Widdowson and also Robson on the ball. And Robson leaves it, will be Widdowson again, so he'll have another free kick to defend. Here it comes, and Widdowson will put the ball in, and it's looking for that far post, but no willing runners. There is a Sherwood man down on the edge of the box, but it will be a goal kick. 77 minutes gone, 1-1. Back with Garman. We'll send it long, Nick. Hardwick is going to be the man to try and fight for it. He doesn't, he loses that fight. It's going to be headed beyond, will be a Stocksbridge throw-in though, deep into their own half. Looks like we are going to see another substitute this time for Sherwood. Where are we? Oh, I thought someone was getting up on the bench. It isn't going to be. Throwing down away, Hardwick heads it away, and then Silver heads it on, but good header away by Goundry. Head back by Turner. Goes to O'Connor. O'Connor finds Charles with that pass who's not rushing forward. Has to go back now to O'Connor. Now forward to Turner. Turner will now find Charles on the right. Back to Turner. Finds Deacon, now lays it off to the right, but then well won on that left back, but only cleared out to Deacon. Puts it into the middle to Turner, who's lucky to turn, tries to slip in Silver. One touch passing back into the middle, and then saved by the keeper. It was beautiful passing from the Steels, but in the end it just went into the keeper, and there is a Sherwood defender down in the box. There will be a substitution, and I think it's maybe one that Stocksbridge are happy about, because Jazz Gundry is heading off. He's been replaced by Jack Conroy, I think it looked like on the board. And Jazz Goodry is the man down, so obviously they're deciding that that's too much for him. So that's the substitute coming on now. Can the Steels take advantage of a bit of this change in defence in the next few minutes while they settle themselves down following Gundry's injury? With Jack Conroy, yep, that's just confirmed as the replacement. Ball going long, head away by Tinker though, goes to Silver. Back to Deacon, and he can't keep it in. We'll go out for a throw-in to Sherwood. But this time it will be a substitution. Jack Tinker is heading off. He will be replaced by Paul Iggulden. He'll be making his debut today, signed early today on loan from Hull City. He is a defender. I'm not sure what the tactical thinking from Ian Richards is here to take Tincroft and bring Eagledon on. Eagledon looks like he's taken a place in centre of defence as well. Is it? I think this might be a change in formation for the Steels to try and take back the lead. Goes in the middle and slips through Owen, but then Owen gets it back at the second attempt. Goes forward, it bounces awkwardly, slice backwards, and Marshall and Silver are trying to cause problems. Silver gets a header onto it, and then Hardwick is offside, and that stops any opportunity of that. That was frustrating then for the Seals, when it looked like they might be able to take advantage of some defensive mistakes. Fortunately, our reserves are losing. They look like they might be coming out of the cup soon. Lewis Ronan putting Hemsworth ahead against the reserves. It'll be their first loss of the season. Ball going long here, headed to the side by Eagledon. Goes now to Charles on the right, knocks it forward, looking for Marshall. Beyond him, and Sherwood get their possession back, knocked forward. Headed beyond, but Charles has intercepted him. Feels for handball. I don't think it was one, but Turner will carry it away. Turner gives it back to Owen. Taking his touch, left foot along, looking for Silver. So it's Conroy who doesn't judge it very well. Silver will fight for it, and he wins it. Silver moves forward, moves out to the side, lays pass off, will go to Marshall on the right wing. Marshall taking it forward, he's going to put the cross in, looking for Hardwick, headed away before it can get to him. And then it's out here to Corporal, who will get back to defence, and that's a big clearance away. That could turn into a really good ball if Duameo can get onto it, but it's just a bit too far. Will be a throw into Stocksbridge. 82 minutes gone, not long left in this one. So back and left, thrown downfield. Hardwick trying to keep it in, but he can only keep it in for a Sherwood player's benefit. Into the middle to Robson. Looks to switch play, but Corporal can't get close to that ball, and it will be a goal kick. Will we be having late drama involving a Stocksbridge game again? We're definitely set up for an exciting finish here. We're 1-1, both teams going for it. Eagledon takes a touch, he's going to take it short. It's a poor pass, and then it's Turner who comes in and rescues that mistake from the new young defender. Back it goes to Eagledon, he's going to send that one long. It's back with Robson though, and just the Steel's been put under a bit of pressure here. Back it goes and switch now back. Egaz going over to the right wing. Well won though on that left hand side. And then out now to Silver. Silver slips though, and then he pushes over his man and he slips. Charles off over on the left back roll now. The ball goes forward quickly, trying to catch Garman out. He spills it as he does, but he is able to get it. And Phillipson was calling for it quickly, but I think Garman may just want to get hold of that one, and after almost being caught out. That's happened a few times. Teams have taken random pot shots at Garman and not been far off catching him out. Garman sending it long, gets it to O'Connor, flicks it onto Hardwick. Can't touch it well, and it's back with Sherwood, but they only clear it back to Phillipson. Now sideways to Owen, who takes it forward. Owen carrying on forward with it. Goes all the way to Silver, rolls it back to Owen, who's carrying on with it. The centre back goes bundled over, but Silver continues to fight for it. It's cleared away, goes to O'Connor, holds it down, gets it to the right to Marshall, who's in space, takes it down, puts the cross in block, goes out for a throw-in. I think Owen, big lad, I don't think he can go, I think he can stay up a bit stronger than that, but I think he was just a bit, might have got a bit of altitude sickness as a centre back going that far up the field. We're out to O'Connor, who's on the right side trying to keep it in. He volleys it in, looking for Hardwick. Hardwick does keep it in, but then volleyed away. And then Eagledon keeping fighting in for it. Eagledon's continuing it, flicks out to Marshall on the right hand side. Marshall putting the ball in, blocked by Lobley, and out for a corner kick. Deakin heading out to take this corner here on the 85th minute. Steele needs some options back, but they have got him now. Taken short here, and then Deakin puts in towards the far post. Flicks another far, and Eagledon just didn't stretch for it, and it goes out for a goal kick. Looks like Dan Hernandez is going to be heading on soon, the former Bridlington and Winterton man who has caused plenty of problems in the last few minutes for teams in this league so far. Pierpoint will send this long. Head away by Owen, caught up in the midfield a bit, but then Deakin heads it forward, a bit of head tennis between the two teams, and it's Sherwood who get it down to feet. They send it long, it's a good run, looking for Corporal, but Garman's out well, rolls it out quickly. Phillipson gets onto the ball, lays it off now to Marshall, who crosses the halfway line. Back he goes to Phillipson. Into the middle to O'Connor, who spins around and will take this forward. Marshall shouting for it with every inch and eventually gets it, probably a bit later than he'd like. Marshall now cutting into the middle. He's looking for his options. Marshall looks to find Silver, block back to Deakin, who looks to switch it out to the right to O'Connor. Puts the volley in the middle, but it's a poorly aimed one and will be cleared away. Have the time for a touch, and Silver will then foul his man, and I think he could end up in the book for that as well, for stopping a counter attack. He's going to be summoned over. Silver, and there will be a substitute, and it looks like Tommy Marshall will be heading off, and he will be replaced by Dan Hernandez. So Tommy Marshall, the goal scorer on the return of Sherwood Colliery, as he's heading off. Dan Hernandez will be the man trying to come on and cause problems for this Sherwood defence in the last few minutes. Back with Widdowson to take this free kick. João Silva did get a booking during that, by the way. Widdowson puts the ball in, head away. Silva will look to claim it, and he does get it on this left-hand side and moves in on the inside, puts it into the middle to Turner, carrying it forward. Now gets it back to the left to Deakin. Deakin finds Silva on the left. Silva looking to move in, he's putting in right-footed, takes a shot, headed away, and then cleared away. Going to go back to Charlesworth, who heads it back towards the goal, and Deakin fight for it, but it's cleared away, and it's Corporal will go forward for it, and I don't think the offside flag's gone up, and he's going to hold it up now. Back it goes, edge of the box. Sherwood have the ball, and didn't take the shot initially. Out to the left it goes, here comes the shot, trailing the 6-yard area. Garman was going to claim it, but in the end, I think Eagledon just decides he wants to boot that one out. So, throw in here with Lobley. Oliver Mockington came on as well for Marley Grant for Sherwood. This is a good ball to the left, but I don't think Corporal saw that coming. Both goal scorers are now off the pitch. "89 minutes gone, we'll soon see the board head up. And it's going to go long from Garman. Hardwick drops deep together, but it's headed away again. Still's not winning many in the air today. And Eagledon will clear it back. Hardwick will look to win that one. High foot from Hardwick's going to get penalised because it's one of those where Hardwick's got his foot up. It's not amazingly high, but with a defender bowing his head low, it's going to always be a dangerous one. And I think the fact that Hardwick's getting a talking to from the referee could go either way this, but Hardwick, I don't think Hardwick's not going to get the booking. I think probably because his foot wasn't like massively high, and the defender was bowing down. But obviously, when that happens, you do have to stop play and give the free kick. Stocksbridge having to be on their best defensive work as this free kick just inside Sherwood's half, but Sherwood have pushed a lot of players forward. Zhao staying on the halfway line as the ball goes long, look at that far post to Emil. Sullivan's header comes off Owen's back, overhead kick towards the side. Charlesworth gets a touch onto it, still in the area. Garman comes out and rushes and claims it. Garman will roll it out quickly to Charlesworth on his left-hand side. Charlesworth comes off, lays it off to his left to Deakin. Force back into the middle. Back to Owen. Owen is looking for some options. Pass it forward, blocked, and out for a throw-in. We are into the 90th minute now. Charlesworth launches a throw down to left-hand side, and then back it goes, and then lost ball to Sherwood, but then into the middle, but Stocksbridge get it back, trying to keep it just about and lose it, and then comes off Silver, and now it stays in. Back it goes in defence, and blocked, and then falls here. It's the striker, and then back, and then Turner's won it back out to Silver. Hernandez was on the ball there. Silver on the left wing, trying to get past his man. He loves to beat a man. Takes it on the outside, and he's looking to take the shot, but it's headed away again. Going to go to the edge to Turner. Tries to get back to the left-hand side to Charlesworth, but he's going to be tackled out for a throw-in. The Steel's putting the pressure on, and we haven't seen the board go up yet. And we're going to see a fourth sub. Though, pardon? Not on football web pages.
Yeah. No.
Oh, so it's Silver. No. Putting the cross in, headed to the edge of the area, but then just about clear away. Sorry, just because in minutes added on here. Also, here goes to the right and then to Hernandez on the right-hand side. He can beat a man. He's going to try on the outside, and he's just going to lose the ball out there. Good tackle from Lobley, cleared away. Eagledon will judge. Then back to Garman. We have to ask about the substitutes. Craig Mitchell has just come on for Duameyu. I thought we were on the same rules as the Premier League, where it had to be done in like 3 intervals. This was actually the 4th one. I do need to look up these new substitution rules. As Hernandez goes beyond the man, and then looking for the low cross in, and almost Hardwick looking at his near post, cleared away. There's appeals for a free kick, and Sherwood have given not the free kick. That was a fairly contested ball forward, I thought, from Hardwick looking for the shot, and the free kick being given Sherwood's way. Hardwick not particularly happy about it. It'll be a free kick to Sherwood. Surprised on that one. Thought that was going to be a corner kick, and that could have been a big opportunity for the Steels late on in this game. So now back to Pierpoint, who the free kick is on the edge, taking its edge of box. His foul was, it's basically a goal kick essentially with the way the foul was. So Pierpoint will now take free kick. By my clock, we are 2.5 minutes into whatever added time has been given. As the ball goes long, headed behind by Eagledon, and Owen takes a touch, and he's going to need to just get that away. He does, but only out to the number 8 Birkinshaw, but he loses the ball, and Silver's rushing on to make sure it doesn't go out for a throw-in, and he gets it. On the left-hand side now, Silver trying to get up to some speed. Eden will get some options in front of him. He's going to send one over the top, but it's out of play. Hey, and Turner looks very frustrated with that. The Steels are probably going to count this as 2 points lost if it ends up as a draw. They've had the chances in the second half, just not been able to take them. Ball goes forward, Turner heads it into the middle to Deakin. Back it goes to Owen, forward, and then flicks to the left-hand side. Just Charlesworth almost keeping in, out for a throw-in. Owen, good header away. Will be fought for by Hardwick, and he's going to win the ball. Hardwick lays it off to O'Connor. O'Connor does really well to escape into that tackle. O'Connor lay it out to the right to Dan Hernandez. Hernandez, option of Turner on the right. The attack is on here. Turner putting the ball in, cleared away at the near post, just goes over O'Connor and then cleared away by Sherwood. Phillipson will return it back into the box. Comes off O'Connor. O'Connor then looked a bit lost, and it will be full time here. 1-1 here between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Sherwood Colliery. It was a slow start to the second half. That's cost Stocksbridge. Marley Grant taking advantage of a great curling effort that came off the post. The Steels had chances at the end, but they weren't able to take them. It will finish 1-1 here. Now the Steels get a point on the road in Nottinghamshire.
Sherwood Colliery supporters.
Thank you very much to everyone who's been listening. We've got a very, very healthy listenership here today, so that's fantastic. Went up to 38. Thank you very much to everyone listening. I've been Adam Allcroft, the commentator. Thank you very much to all of you listening. Thank you very much to Graphics, our fantastic sponsor for this season. And we will see you on Saturday for our home game against Dunstan. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you for your attendance tonight.